You know, I thought we were done with these cicadas. Now I can't work outside because they're a bunch of noisy little a-holes. It's always something. Well, I'm gonna try to fix the bumper on this thing finally. If you don't remember, or if you never watched any of my videos before, bumper is now a musical instrument. But I had this parked in front of my house last fall, and a very nice person slid off the road in the rain and hit the back of my car. Like right there's a nice dent right there. There was a scrape. Oh, there's a scrape and a dent, and basically knocked the bumper off my car. I came out and bumper was on the ground. Like this side of the bumper was on the ground. Basically broke a bumper mount that was already compromised because of rust. Oh, I guess it wasn't long for this world if it broke that easily. The only issue with that is you can't find these bumper mounts literally anywhere. I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked. I cannot find them anywhere. I even tried to get a parts car, and they were bad on that as well. So, I mean, but I did buy a couple storage lockers earlier this year that may or may not have parts in it that I could use to fix this car. What kind of luck is that, right? Buy a storage locker and it's got the part in it that you're looking for. Yeah, that's the kind of luck I have sometimes. I'll explain more on that in a minute. Why it might be the part. So the problem is, with a messed up knee right now. This guy right here. Yeah, it's a little crusty there. And you can see where it broke, like right here. It's no longer attached at all here. Looks like somebody had it shimmed out at one point too. And I'd really like to drive this car again, but I don't feel safe driving it if, at any moment this can break and, the other one can break, or that can break, and bumper can go off and hit somebody. But this one's actually still on there pretty good because I tried to rip the bumper off the rest of the way and this guy wasn't having it at all. So I'm afraid this isn't going to come apart though. That's the other issue that we're going to run into. So I did spray these down, and I thought I sprayed them down. I could be wrong. And maybe I should spray them down again. Yeah, I'll probably spray them down again because there's no real way to get to these. They're like they don't have nuts on the back. They're like, sheet metal, and well, they're not really that fun to deal with when they're rusted. So we got two there. I believe there's, I could be wrong here, but I think there's another one here. So two there, one here. I wanted to say there's another one somewhere else, but maybe not. Maybe it's just those three. So we'll see what I can get done right now. So I can at least try to get this old one off. We could match it up to what I have and see if we can make something work. Well, spraying them down with some PB Blast. I've always had good luck with PB Blast. It's always works pretty good. PB Blasta. I'm gonna see what happens when I hit this with the impact. I'm a little nervous. I don't think good things are gonna happen, but we'll see. Cross your fingers, I hope. I don't know. Fine. I thought that was the right size. Nope, that's the wrong size. Now, say shitty design on Ford's part, but honestly, these were all mandated safety devices back then. Every manufacturer had their own version of this, so I don't really blame Ford. Fuck did it go? This one here. One of them works. No, not that one. The fuck one worked. There, you go there. No? Oh, there we go. Try that. Wow, it actually came out. So did all the rust. Wow. Oh, that's gonna be hot. Woohoo! It did break though. Okay, it did break. Oh, I'm afraid of the next. I'm afraid of the other one. What's the other one gonna do? The other one's further in. Technically, I only have enough time to try and get this apart. I don't have time to fully fix it tonight. I was editing video. Well, editing slash, well, I was editing a thumbnail. I figured out how to make fancy thumbnails. So I made my first one tonight. We'll see how that goes. Holy crap. That one came out too. That's not coming out though. Oh, come on. That's not working. Alright, had to get the socket off. Had to get my socket off of the bolt off the socket. A little dirty down here. Probably gonna have to move this block over. Trivia question: who knows what this block is? Come on, I know some of you know what this block is. Might be video on this thing and where I acquired it. We'll see. Post your comments down below if you know what this thing is. Well, as I'm responding to somebody on Marketplace who's telling me just how he feels about something he has no interest in buying off of me, you know, usual, sending me threatening text messages through Marketplace, and I don't understand people. I put the phone down and promptly accidentally dropped a socket on the screen. Yeah, that sucks. This is a brand new phone, like $1,200 it cost me, like a month ago. Took me 2 days to transfer everything over to it. I'm calling it a night. I'll see you later. Well, 1 week and one new phone later, finally have a chance to work on this thing again for a few minutes to see if I can get the rest of this bumper support off. Well, let's see what happens. Not gonna leave my phone down there again. No way, no how. It's coming loose. You know why, right? Because I'm using a snap-on. Yep, no other reason. It has nothing to do with the fact that I soaked this with penetrating fluid. Nope, purely the fact that I'm using a snap-on. Yep. Snap-on or nothing. Oh, is this gonna fall? No, it shouldn't fall. I think that's gonna be okay. Right? Yeah. Hopefully it don't fall on me. Should be fine, right? I do miss driving this car. I miss driving the LTD too, but I gotta fix that trans leak. It's pretty bad. Contemplating putting a 5-speed in it. That might be kind of cool, right? Put a 5-speed behind the 400. Might liven things up a little bit. I don't know. I gotta look into it. Come on, you can do it. Oh shit. Something bad just happened. I hope this doesn't fall on me because it just moved a bunch. Oh god. Alright, there it goes. Oh shit. Bumper's falling. Bumper's falling. Oh Jesus Christ. Woo. And there we have it. There's the broken piece that's still up there. There's the broken piece I took off. Oh, let's see if I get that off of there. What do you think? Think that's gonna come apart? We'll find out, right? Literally the only thing holding up this bumper right now is this cheap little ratchet strap. Hopefully it should be alright. Not that one. Is it that one? So that one's 5/8. Oh, hopefully that fits in there. Impact. Hopefully the impact fits in there. Oh, it broke. That's not good. That ain't good at all. That shit broke. That sucks. I think that's all that's holding it up. Oh no, there's another one up here. There's another one up here. Another one higher. Bet you that one's gonna break too. This sucks. This repair is gonna take way longer than expected now. Oh crap. I might have to take the bumper all the way off. There we go. Ow! It stabbed me. Oh! Okay. It swung down and stabbed me in the arm. That's, man, that's a rusty mess. It's crazy. It's actually a pretty solid car. Let me go grab what I hope I can fix this with. But we're gonna have to figure out how to get these bolts out of the bumper. So this piece, as screwed up as it looks, is supposed to look more like this piece. But this piece isn't the correct piece. And explain to you here. I gotta turn the light off. The light's still on. Why is the light still on? Alright. This piece is actually for a 77 to 79 Thunderbird. And this is the original one out of the car. Out of the 74 Galaxie. Now, these mounting points are all the same. One's on the side, and these here, those are all the same. Looking at this, I believe these are pretty close to being the same. This was mounted on the car. It was on an angle just like this is. You can't tell. Well, maybe you can tell looking from the side. It's kind of on an angle facing forward. So was this. And just eyeballing it, looks close enough that I should be able to make it work. Now the main difference is the Thunderbird, this one sticks out further. This one doesn't stick out as far. But it looks like I should be able to heat this tab up and slide the support in enough to be the right length. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Otherwise, I either have to make a new one of these or keep looking and looking and looking and see if I can find the correct one. Well, so the correct one of these to replace this, because this one is this one's not for this world anymore. So that's my idea, but it's looking like I might have to take the other side apart because those two bolts broke off in the bumper, and to fix that I think you need to take the inner bumper support out of the bumper, and if I'm going to go that far I might as well replace the outer bumper because I have one of those floating around. I don't have another support. That is a giant mosquito on me. Look at that thing. Oh, he's still alive. I just killed it. Oh, he's attacking me now. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? That was a giant mosquito. Anyways, that's my plan. I'm going in because this is the time all the skunks and raccoons come out, and I don't feel like laying on the ground with the skunk running past my head. So, I'll continue on with this tomorrow. Well, what I need to do is figure out how to support this bumper so it most definitely does not fall on me. So, let me figure that one out right quick. That may actually work out okay. Upon further inspection, definitely gonna end up having to replace both sides, because this side is just about gone as well. Actually, it almost looks like I can pull this thing off. Maybe not. Maybe. Who knows? Well, I just got bit by a bunch of ants. I guess they did not like me laying on their nest, so I have to figure that one out. Oh, that sucked. That really sucked. I had to do something about that. I got ant bites all over me now. That wasn't fun. Probably should have done this to begin with. All right, now I gotta try and get that on there. All right. Great, now I got mosquitoes to deal with. Ants, mosquitoes. What's next? Chupacabras? And I can't find the socket that I need because this one is kind of stuck at the moment. I can't get that off. I'll go over to bench vise and see if I can get it off. Probably a better idea. I got it. I was going to say, surprise, surprise. I bought another 3rd gen 40 Econoline today. But I think I bought it. I don't know. We'll see. But let's be honest. Is anyone surprised about that anymore? No. The answer is no. Oh look, half the car came down with that bolt, but I got it out. Yep. Note to self, don't forget about the license plate light harness, because that little MFer held up this whole damn bumper, believe it or not. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh boy, look at that. That is absolutely destroyed, just like the other side. Alright, well, I'm gonna try to get these bolts out of here. Actually, you know what? We'll, mosquitoes. I think I'm gonna try to do these the right way and try to heat them up and get them out of here. So we'll do that tomorrow. The least I could do though is see if this guy looks like he's gonna work up here, because otherwise we're gonna be back to searching for parts. So, oh look at that, that came off, man. Okay, let me see if how it looks up there. I guess it looks like they may actually work on here as I get bitten in the face by a mosquito. But this is going to be the part that I'm worried about the most, is the distance from here to here. But we'll figure that out. Maybe tomorrow. We're going to try something that I always wanted to try. This barbecue set. No, it's not a barbecue set. It's a poker chip set. Okay, no. It's a hot rod. Bought myself this earlier this year. Been looking for a reason or an excuse to try it out. So, I'm going to read some directions and figure out the best rod to use for my hot rod. This video is not going well. To my phone, and ants and mosquitoes. Now I tripped over this thing and fell. Oh, that hurt. Hopefully I didn't break my new hot rod or my new phone that's in my pocket. Man, this video sucks. Well, scraped up my hand, got both my knees a little bit, got my elbow a little bit, got my other hand. This knee still hurts, but it hurt before, so we're good there. Oh crap. Dang, scuffed up my new hot rod. Oh, that sucked. So, I don't know if this is working or not. Let's see if it does things like this. Well, it's smoking, so it's doing something, I guess. Man, I'm afraid to use this. Not afraid because of the heat, I'm just afraid it's gonna snap anyways. It'd be kind of a waste. I'm gonna heat it up some more. Well, here goes nothing. Huh. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. This might actually... Alright, I'm not going to get too excited just yet, because we still got 2 more to do, but we'll see what happens. Not going to get too excited. We are 2 for 2, and the second bolt does not look pretty. I'm extremely surprised that that bolt came out without snapping. That's, so far I'm pretty impressed. Come on, 3 for 3. More heat. Let's try more heat. Try that one again. Nope. Nada. Wish there was a way I can get some penetrating fluid in there. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't so bad, I guess. Wah, wah, wah. Well, at least I got it apart. Now to figure out how it goes back together. Hey there, now I got a front bumper. Oh, so yeah, we're not going to get attacked by ants or mosquitoes or chupacabras or skunks. And we're not going to trip over one of these bumpers and fall and break something. Right? Right? Is that the spirit? I hope so. I am going to clean up a little bit of this mess first before we proceed. So, I'm going to get to it. So I accidentally discovered something a little interesting yesterday. This is a front bumper that came off of a front clip that I picked up off of Silas. It's he does those like front and rear cuts. He cuts like the front and rear like 18 inches off the car for like wall hanging. Well, I need one for parts. So I get the front bumper with the mounts and everything, grill, header panel, all that. And I discovered something yesterday. Let's see here. This is the right front off of that front end. And this is the left rear off of this car. See anything similar? See a lot similar. Here's the rest of it. It's hard to do. I should have grabbed the other one. That goes basically right there. So, what do you guys see? Well, I see a bumper isolator that looks like it should interchange. Actually, I matched up to the other one that's more intact. Oh, there, it just fell apart. And it certainly looks like, I mean, yeah, it certainly looks like they are going to work out. So apparently the front and rear isolators are the same. The flange around here is different. Like this is flat. See, it's flat, doesn't have a lip. This does have a lip. But I don't think that's going to matter. Like, I really don't think that's going to matter at all. So, and you see the difference between that and the Thunderbird one. It's actually quite a bit different. Well, Thunderbird one's longer. So I won't have to try and shorten it down. I could just use this, which is the front one. So hopefully, maybe other people knew about this already. I don't know. But hey, might have gotten lucky here. So granted, these aren't perfect. I mean, that's some heavy pitting right there. They are in one piece, so I've got no issues using these. If it took this long for the originals to get that bad, and these will be fine for a while to come, especially if I stay out of driving it in the winter in salt. See a big ant coming at me. Don't you dare bite me. I see you. While you guys were gone, I threw some paint on them. I mean, anything to postpone any further rusting is a good thing, right? At least that's what I think. Well, I ain't no rocket scientist, but I do believe I should work out. I hope. We'll find out once we bolt the bumper back up. Get that side done. Now I gotta do that side. I just couldn't avoid it. I got hurt. A metal sliver in my finger. Just couldn't avoid it. All better now. It was I was worried there for a minute, but got it out. What do you guys use to get slivers out? I use nail clippers. That was almost bad. I use nail clippers. They work wonderfully. They're like tweezers, but with actual bite. I don't know. All right, back to the matter at hand. Well, so far so good. And they look pretty even, like up this way. So I think they do. I mean, anything's better than that or that. I didn't even have to use the wrong parts. Or did I? Because technically these are the wrong parts. I gotta count my chickens before they hatch. So still gotta mount this guy back up. And I do have some stuff to deal with that. Namely, these broken bolts. I gotta see what's holding the front bumper on in the back. Maybe I can reuse whatever's on that. So I might not have any choice but to pull the rest of this bumper apart, because you see it a little easier on the front bumper, but there's like these inserts that you can only get to from the back side of the support or reinforcement, and there's no way I can contort myself to get in there. Maybe I can get these, I don't know. No, it's not looking promising. Oh, well, they say if there's a will, there's a way. So let me see if maybe I can coerce it out through this side. If not, I'm gonna have to take the rest of this bumper apart. I'm not really looking forward to doing that. It's taking way longer than I thought it would. All right, I got it out. Gives us a little bit better idea of what we're working with and what we need to deal with. It's basically an L bracket that's threaded. I gotta get that one out. So, yeah. We'll see how goes it, I guess. Gonna have to put it in a vise and try and get it out that way. I don't know. That's really rusted in there. I guess it wouldn't be hard to make another one, or maybe just weld a nut on the backside. We'll see. We got options. I don't think I'm going to get to all of this tonight, unfortunately, but we'll see if I can get the other one out of there. This side's going to be a little bit more involved. It's made to slide out, basically, and these two over here can drop down, but this one's got to slide out of a channel, so I'm gonna have to try and trim that down before I can get any of this out. And with that, I think my night has ended, because I don't think this one's worth saving, personally. It's damn near rusted all the way through. So I'm going to look into trying to get new ones made, whether I make them myself or have a buddy do it for me. Guess it would give me an excuse to use my plasma cutter, so there's that. But I'm not in a position of getting this kind of project started tonight. I don't think I even have any of this any metal like this here. All right, well, see you tomorrow, I guess. Oh, and in case you weren't aware, I need to go through all this again on one of the station wagons. Yay. And don't think this is like this rust thing is an old car only thing. I'll tell you why. It's sitting right in front of me. That is my mother's 2011 Jeep Patriot that she bought brand new. It's only got like 60,000 miles on it. She didn't drive it in the winter, or she's terrified of driving. She barely drove it in the winter at all. And if I showed you the floor pan, frame rails, pinch welds, everything on that car right now, you could probably eat off them. They're that clean. It's the whole underside of the car is beautifully clean, except for the rear subframe. The rear subframe looks like this. It's terrible. And that's why the car's sitting here. We convinced her to buy a new car because it was going to cost roughly $4,000 to fix that one at the dealership. And I would have fixed it for her, but I just really don't have the time right now. And in all honesty, we wanted to see her in something a little newer, so it didn't hurt. So that's sitting here until, well, more on that another day, I guess. All right, I lied. It's been a couple days. Went to my camper and hung out there for a bit. Just needed to relax by the fire. Everybody should do it. It's fun. Lots of fun. Anywho, I'm gonna attempt to make these brackets by myself. How hard could it be, right? Had a few options for steel. Yeah, that one and this one are cleaner than that one, but they're also slightly thinner. This one's a little bit thicker. I got this piece over here that's like really thick, so that's a little overkill. I think this one's just right. Got my Eastwood plasma cutter. I've never used it to cut anything this thick, so this would be a first for me. I don't know, let's try with 50 amps. Let's try that. I don't know. You told me. What's the air at? Leave the air where it's at. I don't know. See how it goes, I guess. Really have much of a choice. I can sit here with a cutoff wheel, but it'll take a few days. See how it goes, I guess. So good, are you? No? Doing something wrong. Started cutting. Ain't cutting. Material just too thick? I don't know. What am I doing wrong here? Let's try again. Pause for technical difficulties, I guess. Or if the material's just too dirty. Might just be the problem. I don't know, maybe I will try the thinner stuff. Thinner and cleaner. Try Try a test spot on here. What am I doing wrong? I'm doing shit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Worked fine last time I used it. Guess I just gotta find the sweet spot or something. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. This shit ain't working. Huh? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong. Hey, look at the fool doing this. I figured out how to change out the tip. So let's see if that's the issue. I hope. Otherwise, back to square one. See if that changes anything. I do believe I figured it out. Alright. Back to this one. I don't know if this is even going to still be a thing. I was looking for my soapstone, but I don't know where the heck it is. It's been a while since I used it, so. Of course. Alright, let's see what happens, I guess. Well, that worked out pretty good. I mean, a little jagged, but I can clean it up. Alright, what I missed? That's hey, got one done. What do you guys think? Oh, it's terrible. I mean, ain't nobody ever gonna see it. So, got that going for me. Nice. So, I ain't even mad. Last time I used it to cut up a car. That was great. Totally recommend a plasma cutter for cutting up cars. It's a lot of fun. Ain't gotta be pretty, it's gotta work, right? Alright. Let me go somewhere. Alright. See better for that. Well, I got some cleaning up to do, but show you guys, let you guys be the judge. I mean, I definitely got some cleaning up to do, but I think that'll work out phenomenally well. I must say so myself. And I think these are, it's like slightly thicker than the original. You can't really tell, but the original's got like this little like raised portion around where it's threaded, so that should work out wonderfully. But that's all I have time for tonight, so see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, watching me look like a complete idiot doing this. Just because I have nice things doesn't necessarily mean I remember or know how to use them. Some of the stuff I never even had a chance to use. Like I got a TIG welder in there. I don't know how to TIG weld, but I've got a TIG weld. I got a super nice MIG welder. I should be a expert welder. I'm not, but I can glue things together, so there's that. But you know, the more I do things, more confident I feel, and more experience I get. So don't ever be afraid to just, you know, hop in and try it out, because that's the only way you're ever gonna learn. I mean, they ain't perfect, but for just throwing something together, I think they'll work out just fine. Now I just gotta drill some holes. Oh, gotta mark and drill some holes. Gotta figure that one out. And they don't have to be perfectly exact, because how they mount, there's some, you know, they're like slotted where they mount into, so if they're off a tiny little bit, it's okay. Well, got the pilot holes drilled. Now I figure out what size the final hole needs to be, so you run a tap through them. You guys can't see that, but they all line up, which is what I needed. Not sure what size was on here, either 3/8 or 5/16, one of the two. I don't know if I don't need to go that big. I just want to make sure I put something on that's comparable size. Definitely bigger than 5/16. I know, I got too much stuff. These are about $100 each in this shape. Oh, 3/8/16 over here. That looks more like it. They're actually bigger than that even, but I might go with those because they'll give me a little bit of room for error in case I drilled something wrong, which is entirely possible. Next step up from 3/8 would be 7/16. And for 7/16, we got what, 7/16 20? Is that right? Well, that's fine thread. I need, how many coarse thread? So I might just go with 3/8. Got stainless. I had 7/16. Might be it there. Let me try that one. Oh yeah, here we go. But I don't have too many in that size. I mean, that'd be right there. That'd be the right size pretty much. I'm not sure if I have anything smaller like that. I gotta look around. What do you guys think? 7/16 14 and just go with what's supposed to be in there, or leave myself a little bit of room for error and go with the 3/8 16. What do we got here? Let's see what we got in there. I think I'm going to go with my original plan, leave myself a little room for error and go with the 3/8 16. I mean, it's just barely smaller than what was supposed to be in there. So it's like almost threads in there, but I think it'll work. I think it'll work out perfect. I gotta figure out what size hole. 3/8 16 thread. Need a 5/16 drill. Huh. 5/16 drill for 3/8 16 thread. There. So that should work, right? A handy dandy little chart. Everybody should have one of these hanging up in their garage. I think that's right. Alright, well, that's what the chart says. That's what the hole gets. Alright, 5/16 holes are drilled. And yeah, still need to run a tap through them. And 3/8 16, there you go. I gotta clamp these into the vise. And I'll see if I can at least get one of these done tonight, because I need to get inside and make sure my son is doing what he's supposed to be doing. And as promised, I got one of them done. But the mosquitoes found me. I am eating up like a mofo. Yeah, FOMO is eating up like a mofo. With any luck, these should fit in there. Still gotta clean the holes a little bit, but I mean, they fit. I still gotta clean up the holes a little bit, but run the tap down a couple times. But I think that'll work. I'll probably do this one off camera, and next you see me, we'll be ready to put this thing back together. How's that sound? And there you have it. Both brackets are done. Shoot some paint on them. We'll be good to go, I think. As long as I can get them to fit back up inside the supports. Okay. I had to do something I didn't think I would ever have a reason to do. I threaded these washers because I'm having a heck of a time trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I'll show you why in a minute. This might work though. I think this might work. Ever seen anybody thread a washer? Well, I threaded a washer. 2 of them. I'll explain why in a second here. I can't do this anymore tonight. These mosquitoes are just atrocious. But I'll show you what it is I was talking about. So this is why I had to thread these washers. Give this plate a way to stay in here. And why did I use these bolts as studs? Well, see, unfortunately, rust was a little worse than I thought it was. And see how this one is just chilling in here by itself? It's, you know, like it's supposed to be. Well, it's got like a bracket behind it that this basically slides into and keeps it in there. Well, unfortunately, that bracket on this side rusted out, so I have to improvise, and I'm gonna get started on this a little bit earlier tomorrow because I just got, oh my god, they're everywhere. There, holy crap! There's like, I got like 100 mosquitoes flying around me. It's ridiculous. I can't work like this. This bumper is stupid heavy. If it comes off of here, I am F-U-C-K-E-D. So, wish me luck, I guess. May have to go back to the drawing board. This isn't working out. Those nifty plates I made to mimic the original ones, I don't see how I'm going to make them work. Because that, you know, whatever's supposed to hold them inside is also rusted out. And they're not staying where they're supposed to stay. So I'm gonna have to rethink this. This sucks. I think rebuilding the engine in that 73 was easier than dealing with this back bumper. This is ridiculous. Oh well. This is just getting more and more and more aggravating. Took the bumper apart a little further. Apparently, this isn't open like I thought it was. It's closed. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna help me or not. Great. Well, it has been entirely too long, and I don't know where I left off besides being pissed off because this was not going the way I had planned it to. But I've gotten about an hour to spare right now, and I'm gonna see if I can get this bumper back on here one way or another. Yeah, right. You're right. So, see, this is a terrible time of the year for me. Lots of great and not so great memories popping up around the end of September into November, and it's very hard to motivate myself to stay working when I got other crap on my mind. Just leave it at that. So that, and coupled with it got cooler out and then it got hot out again. It was like 90 degrees out every day for like the last like 2 weeks. It was ridiculous. And this is like, what's today, October 14th? We're talking like end of September, beginning of October. It was 90 degrees out. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't work in this crap. It's terrible. I look forward to fall for a reason. Anyways, I'm gonna try and figure out where I left off. You know, I got 3 bumpers to choose from now, so there's that. I can't believe how many differences there are in these stupid things. I may end up trying to use this one, even though I think the inner support is different. I think this is going to be the one to go with, but I don't know. We'll see. Might not even be able to use it. Who knows? Gotta try and get this bumper support back on. See if I figure that out. I made more progress in the past 15 minutes than I did in, God, a week. It's just a week of working on this thing. I made more progress in the past 15 minutes than I did that whole week's time. Bumper support is on. It's not finished, you know, it's not bolted on, adjusted, all that, but it's on. And that was the hardest part. I found some longer bolts and I bolted them into those plates I made. Well, just the ends, because you wouldn't be able to get it to the furthest one. But these upright, these like two upright ones, see, they were just long enough that I was able to get them started. And I got these stands, or I don't know what to call them. They're jack stands. I think they're actually pipe stands. But see, I didn't realize, well, I did, but I forgot that these actually are really easy to adjust. So I had set the bumper, I set these to the height that I thought I should, and I set the bumper on top of them, and I was able to lift the stand with the bumper a little at a time, a little at a time to the height I needed, and it worked out absolutely perfect. So now I just got to finish putting everything else back together, I guess. That was way easier than it should have been. Got all three bolts on both sides. They're not tightened down all the way. They're still loose so I can adjust it. So I still need to put the actual outer bumper on. Still trying to decide which one to use. I really hate to put this one back on because it's all rusted through. I might have to use this one though because it's the same height as this one. But it almost looks like the holes are in the wrong spots, but I don't know. Oh, that's just a little bit. No, there. Actually, holes look like they're in the right spots. Another thing I gotta see how this squares this way on that one and that way on the other one. I don't know if that has to be that way or what. It might have to be that way because this guy. So I might have to, does that even go there or does that go there? That goes there. So does that even matter? So where does that go? Oh, it don't matter. Never mind. I'm gonna hold this big one up to it and see how that looks. I like to try and use that one if possible. We are getting somewhere. We're definitely getting somewhere. So I ended up using the later bumper. This is a 75 through 78 bumper, which is slightly taller, and where they get the extra height is down. That's my washer. Didn't drop a nut, dropped the washer. Where they get the extra height is down here actually. So there's gonna be like a little bit of a space on the bottom between here and the bumper support, but I can deal with that. It'll just be like 2 bolts that I'm not going to install. 2 or is it 4? I don't remember. I think it's just 2 bolts that I'm not going to install. It'll have 1, 2 on the other side, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll have 8 bolts holding it on. So I'm not too worried about it. It aligns on. That's from the cardboard packing. This is a new old stock Ford bumper actually. Oh. I like how this one looks on here out of all of them because it doesn't have the holes for the impact strips and it doesn't have the bumper guards. It's just a smooth rear bumper, so I'm pretty happy with that. This would be like what would have been on like a custom or, you know, a police car or whatever you want to call it. Well, kind of completes the look of the car, I guess. Show you guys and gals what I meant by the height difference in the bumper. So this is supposed to meet up here. There's about, I don't know, inch and a half gap there. So, I mean, it's solidly mounted. I am not worried about it. I'm assuming at one point, either as a styling choice or government regulations, they had to increase the size of the bumper from here to here, like here to here. So I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll work out. Let's finish tightening everything down. Well, I can finally get rid of the strap. Gonna have to open the trunk, get that out of there. But other than that, and license plate, it's done. It's finally done. I can finally drive this car again legally and without fear that a major component's gonna fly off and hit somebody's car. It's on there, it's bolted down, it's lined up pretty good. I'm happy. My son's gonna be happy because he loves driving in this car. Oh, there you go. Well, I know it took way longer than it was supposed to take, but thanks for hanging out with me and watching me work on my POS. I'm joking, it's not a POS, it's a nice car. I like this car. Now I can drive it again. I think it's in store for it next, besides getting the license plate on. I'm gonna get this thing down and maybe take it for a ride and go get some dinner. Maybe even run it through a car wash. And after that, I'll bring it up to work. Oh, work, I call it work now. I'll bring it up to my warehouse next week sometime and drop it off with the detail guy and have him polish it up. Because it deserves it, especially after not driving it for a whole year. Yeah, this has been like a whole year saga, trying to find parts to fix it and getting it fixed. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get cleaned up out here, get this thing down, and go get some dinner. So, thanks for watching. See you guys later.